Welcome to Deep Roots Wellness, the podcast. I'm your host, Jennifer Thompson, certified life coach, emotion code, and body code practitioner, and founder of Deep Roots Wellness. And as you can see, it's just me, my first solo podcast. This podcast started as a beautiful collaboration between Tanya and me. And while she's recently stepped into a new chapter, the heart of what we created together, the mission, the message, and the space is still very much alive. And with so much love and gratitude, I want to say I wouldn't be here without her. Starting this podcast has been one of the most unexpected and beautiful teachers in my life. I've grown so much through this journey, not just in the conversations we've had, but in the expansion that it's asked of me. And I want to say I am forever grateful to Tanya. So much of what I've learned about holding space, listening deeply, and showing up with truth began with her. And I will always carry that with me. Now, let's talk about the days leading up to this episode. Did I feel ready? Absolutely not. And maybe that's what this episode is about. What if being ready isn't the point? What if all we need is to be willing to take the next step, even if you feel terrified? Willing to be visible in the vulnerability, willing to trust your inner knowing, even when your mind screams doubt. We hear a lot about confidence, clarity, and belief, but here's what I've learned. You don't have to be 100% confident. Sometimes it just comes later. And clarity doesn't always arrive in stillness. Sometimes it only shows up after the first step. And many times we think belief comes first, that we need to know we're going to make it before we jump. But in truth, belief is what grows after the leap, after that imperfect first step. When I first realized I was doing this solo, I went through all of the emotion, grief, sadness, and I cannot forget gratitude. But I also felt very overwhelmed. But because something inside of me whispered, don't stop. That's why I couldn't walk away. There were many tears, not of anger, not of regret, just from the weight of it all. I asked myself, can I carry this alone? Will it be meaningful? And in that moment, this quiet thought came. You don't need a plan. You just need to show up. Even when the path shifted, even when I wasn't sure how it would look, I knew I wanted to move forward. Because holding space for healing conversations, for real stories and deeper connections, that's not just what I do. That's who I am. So the truth is, what's carried me these last few days hasn't been certainty. It's been intuition, the journal entries that I didn't expect to write, the divine timing of conversations, the sense of calm that only arrived after I said yes. Intuition isn't always loud. It's often a whisper, a gut tug, a sacred nudge that says, keep going, keep growing. That's what it's about, isn't it? It might sound like a quiet idea that you can't shake, or a feeling in your body that settles when you say yes. Sometimes it's inconvenient, illogical, and definitely unclear. But it speaks from a deeper place, not of fear, not of noise, but knowing. Intuition doesn't give you a roadmap. It gives you a direction. And the courage to follow it often comes one small step at a time. So let me ask you, what are you avoiding because you don't feel ready? Is it a hard conversation, a dream project, an ending you've outgrown, or a beginning you haven't claimed? I'm here today to tell you, you don't have to be ready. You just have to be willing. Here are a few truths that anchored me that might help. You are allowed to take up space while figuring it out. Your worth isn't tied to confidence. You can be scared and still be aligned. Your intuition needs trust, not proof. Showing up in truth is enough. So this week, Say yes before you feel ready. Let yourself be seen. You can bring fear along for the ride, just don't hand it the map. So I want to invite you to sit with a few questions. Maybe jot them down, or maybe just let them roll around in the back of your mind as you move through the day. Where in your life are you waiting to feel ready, when deep down something in you already knows it's time? What are you really afraid might happen if you just take that next step? What would shift if you trusted your body's whisper more than your mind's fear? You don't need a journal right now. Just notice what stirs when you ask, and let the answers come in their own time. And if you're standing at a threshold right now and you feel unsure, unsteady, or unseen, remember this: you're not lost. You're learning how to walk forward in a new way. And maybe, just maybe, you're standing at the edge of the next breakthrough. So here's an affirmation that's been grounding me, and now I'm giving it to you. I am allowed to move forward, even if I don't feel ready. My intuition will guide me, and I will grow into who I'm becoming. Thank you for being here. Thank you for holding space for this beginning. There's more to come, more truth, more healing, and more of what's real. If this spoke to you, share it. Message me. Tell me what's on your mind. Let's walk this path together. And just know you are deeply loved and you are exactly where you're meant to be. Thank you.